to another episode of the Off the Glass podcast, man. I'm your host, B Hooks, and let's get it, man. So, first off, before I start, I'd like to give a big salute to the 2023 graduates, man. Both my nieces graduated, so congratulations to y'all. For sure. Um, but yeah, man, here we go. I think I said it in my first podcast, man. On episode one, it was Miami versus Boston. And here we go. I think it's what 3-2 now. The last two games, Miami hasn't looked that tough, guys. They haven't looked that tough. And reason being is that the Celtics, they started playing defense, 50-50 balls, hustle, great game planning. And here we go, man. Like, you got to look at it. Um, in my opinion, the Celtics' two best players, which is Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum, is better than Miami Heat's two best players. You got Adebayo and Jimmy Buckets Butler, right? So when we comparing stars, man, you got to look at it like I think Boston's been there before, and Miami has too. But you got to look at it. I feel like the others are stepping up better or more than what they're doing for Miami, right? Boston Celtics, others are doing a lot more than what Miami team is doing, right? So, and the reason being is because, like I said, in game one, in game two, um, even in game three, like, when they're shooting the ball, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, it's okay that you miss shots. It's okay that you're missing. Um, it's not a lot of pressure. But once that pressure starts kicking in, now the lead is a 3-2 lead, guys. It's a 3-2 lead. So now what's going to happen when they're shooting those shots and they're not falling? Guess what? It's in their head now. So now it's like, hey, that normal shot that you would probably shoot without thinking, guess what's going to happen now? They're probably going to pass up a free shot. They're going to pass up a wide open three, maybe even miss a layup or whatever the case might be. But I know about basketball. Like, once you start thinking mentally, and you're not just out there just playing the game, and you're just not out there having fun, you start to press a little bit, right? You start to press a little bit. You got to go to the leader of the team, Jimmy Butler, right? He had 14 points on 5 of 10 shooting. So for the whole game, he only took 10 shots. That's not gonna get it done, man. That's not gonna get it done, Jimmy. I said before, I feel like you're good, but you're not like that. But I want you to prove it to me, man. Like, you could, and you definitely can, but having 14 points, that's not gonna get it done against Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I had said that they have not gotten off yet, guys. I had said that they haven't gotten off yet. And now you look at it, everybody is starting to get into it. Now Smart is starting to play. Now White is starting to hit threes. They have four players. It was four players that had 20 points in that game. There's no way they're losing if they're doing that every game, guys. There's no way that the Miami Heat will beat the Boston Celtics if four of the Celtics players are in double digits. There's no way that's happening. Um, I feel like they didn't match, Boston Celtics tempo. They didn't match their tempo. Um, Great game plan. Like I had told you, the 50-50 balls, and if they're getting scrappy out on defense, helping each other out on the backside, making sure every shot is going to be contested, like there's no way that Boston can lose this series. And the frustrating part is, though, if you're a Boston Celtics fan, is that seeing how well they dominated these last two games, it's like, come on, y'all. Like, what is stopping you guys from being dominant every game? Like, what is it that Brown and Tatum has to do for them to be dominant every game like they are? There's not a time where, you know, I think what happened was is that they underestimated Miami Heat. On paper, Boston has the better team. In real life, Boston has the better team, but your best players has to step up at the time of when it's time to go. When it's time to go, it's time to go. And I really feel like Boston now is really starting to settle in. They're starting to settle in. They're starting to play defense. They're starting to get back to Celtics basketball, right? And Miami is starting to shoot like who they are. They're starting to show who they are. Um, you know, like the three pointers that they were making in the beginning of the series or in the season, like in the regular season as well, too. You can really tell that Miami was not that great at shooting the three. Now in this series, game one, game two, game three, they're kind of like shooting lights out. If you got your hand in his face, and they're pretty much hitting every shot, all you can do is just say, okay, at some point, those shots are not gonna fall. Those shots are not gonna fall. And right now they're not falling. So here we go tonight. We got what, game six in Miami. I'm calling it again. I'm calling it again. I think that Boston is gonna win tonight, and then they're gonna take it back to Boston, and they're gonna win in game seven. Like in these series, like when you have a team down as such as the Celtics with two dynamic players, if you have a chance to end them, you want to end them quick. You don't want to give them any confidence going into the fourth game, or even the fifth game. When they got blown out the other night, it's just like now their confidence is up. And what confidence is Miami having? Because they know, okay, well, maybe we belong here? Do we belong or do we not? So now you finna see some of these shots that they were shooting. It's not gonna go down like that, guys. It's not gonna go down easy like that no more. It's been a great series. Definitely been a great series. This is if Boston comes back, which I'm calling it. This will be the first time that a team has ever came back from a 3-0 deficit. And I think that Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown, and them boys can do it. Like Shaq say, you got to have the others, and I feel like the others on Miami is not better than the others on Boston, and that's what we're seeing, man, and that's what we're seeing, guys. So y'all let me know, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this series, or who you got, in game six, that comes on tonight, who you got in game seven, because it's going to a game seven. I guarantee you that it's going to a game seven, baby. Um, but overall, though, man, I really feel like, Boston's going to take it. They definitely going to take it, man. But yeah, man, I got some breaking news. Some real breaking news, man. This is fire. I didn't think it was gonna happen. I definitely did not think it was gonna happen, man. But as you guys have heard, it's breaking on social media. It's all on ESPN. It's everywhere right now. So we got Errol Spence versus Crawford, the two best pound for pound fighters, July 29th, the Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, baby. Hey, it is happening, man. This is going to be a great fight for the boxing community. I'm excited, man. Like this can be the fight of the decade. I'm talking about when you look back at the Tommy Hitman Hearns fights, the Roberto Duran's, the Mike Tyson's, and everybody's going back and forth at each other. Like, hey guys, this is it right here. This is it. This is not waiting, 7, 8 years. How Mayweather and Pacquiao, how they waited, and then when they had to fight, it didn't live up to what it was. They're both at a right age. They're both. Errol Spence is 33. Crawford is 35. Um, you know, uh, they're fighting for the undisputed welterweight championship, baby. And I can't wait for it, man. I just can't wait. I know you guys can't wait. Um, and we're gonna bring it, man. Like Crawford's coming into it. Let me give you a backdrop. Crawford coming in, he's 39 and 0, 30 knockouts. That means that 30 people got knocked out out of the 39 people that he fought. That's tremendous, man. That means that he has a lot of punching power. He can make, maneuvers in the ring. He's smart in the ring. He's just not gonna come at you in one way. He can switch it up. Uh, he's okay with the jab. He got power, and we're gonna see what it is, man. We're gonna see. He has the WBO welterweight championship, and that'll be on the line. And then Earl Spence, y'all. We got Earl Spence, 28-0. Hey, somebody gots to go. Hey, somebody gotta go. Earl Spence has the IBF, WBC, WBA titles as well, and he's trying to take Crawford's title. So this is gonna be a super fight, man. This is a super fight. Like, as you can see on the tail of the tape right here, man, just look at it. Like each fighter, they're pretty much almost comparable. They're pretty much almost comparable to where, the reach is not that much difference. The height is not that much difference. The age is definitely not that much difference. But this is like an era defining fight to me, man. Um, this is like an era defining fight. Like you have a fight that two fighters are pretty much in their prime or almost on the outside of it, but they both haven't lost a fight. And if they take it to him, like Earl Spence, he had said in a recent interview, he said as soon as he get in the ring, he's stepping. And he hope Crawford gonna step too. And I know Crawford gonna step too, but this what makes this fight so interesting. Each one has knockout power. So I know the first couple rounds they're gonna be filling each other out. Like, rounds one, two, maybe three and four, they're gonna be filling each other out. And then right about that fifth or sixth round, that's probably when we're gonna start seeing a lot of action. But if Errol Spence live up to what he's saying, he said, first of all, he said he been winning this fight. You know, Crawford, he said, hey, you know, if Errol Spence is the big fish, it's time to go fishing. It's time to go fishing. And I really believe that Crawford, he has the skill, the will to pay the bills. And Errol Spence does too, man. I'm right now, I don't know. I don't right now. I don't know who to go for. To be honest with you, man, I need to hear y'all comments. How you guys feel about this one, man. Like, who y'all got? Who y'all got? I'm excited about this, man. The boxing world is excited about it. The sports world is excited about it. We excited about it. We gonna go on this journey together. It's July 29th. I'll be bringing all the first access, all access. That they're gonna be having on HBO. um I'll be podcasting about that as well, just kind of taking you into each other's camp, see how they training, see who's making weight. um and this is how you know it's going to be a great fight right here. When you enter a fight and there's already a rematch clause in the fight, you know it's going down. It got to go down, because the first fight is going to have to live up to a honorary rematch. It has to be honorable for it to be a rematch, man. And I know if Crawford gets, how is Crawford going to react when he gets hurt? If he gets hurt, right? How does Errol Spence react when he gets hurt? And that's the whole, like, that's the reason why it's going to be such an amazing fight, because both fighters bring something to the table and in that ring. um Crawford, he can fight on the outside, he can fight on the inside and make adjustments. Errol Spence, he likes to come in, and fight on the inside. He got a really good jab. He has a really good jab, and then he likes to go to the body. But one of Crawford's strong suits is fighting on the outside and making sure that he keeps his distance to make sure that that doesn't happen. So it's like, okay, Crawford believes in what he's doing, and Earl Spence believes in his game. So who y'all got, man? Like who y'all got? Like I'm so excited about this one, bro. Like I'm so excited about this one, bro. Like once again, man, it's July 29th at the Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, man, and they gonna bring it. They definitely gonna bring it, man, and I look forward to that fight, bro. Like I really do, man. I look forward to it, man. So y'all let me know, how y'all feel about this fight, man. This is a one for the ages. Like this is one for the ages. Everybody's gonna be there. Shoot, I'm gonna be there. At least I'm gonna try to be there, man. Like this is one that you look back and you're gonna be able to tell your kids, like, man, back when Crawford and Earl Spence fought, those were the real fights. This fight right here is what boxing needs, right? Because now you see other fighters are starting to try and step up to the plate to to try and fight each other. This is going to create. I'm really hoping that this right here sets a trend for boxing to where it doesn't matter if you lose one fight. It doesn't matter if you lose two fights. Back in the day, they used to lose 8, 9, 10 fights, but they fought like 50 times. You know, Muhammad Ali didn't have a perfect record, but he's one of the best boxers ever. You know, um, Sonny Liston, Roberto Duran, all these great fighters, man, like they lost, but they battled. That's the thing, they battled. And we want to see a battle, and we gonna get one, guys. We definitely gonna get one. But yeah, man. So like I said, I appreciate you guys, stopping by, taking the time out, your busy day, on this great old Saturday out here in Texas with this great weather, man. Um, Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share the podcast. Um, you know, That'll definitely help out. So, whenever I go live or I make these videos, and make sure you hit that bell, that notification. That way, every time I do post, you'll be able to get the notification that I posted or that I'm live. Because sooner or later I will start doing live streaming as well. And I want you guys to be on it. We can interact together. You can ask any questions about whatever, man. We love sports over here. We growing to be the best sports podcast on YouTube, and that's for sure, man. We coming, man. Once again, this is the Off the Glass podcast, episode 3, and we out.